Jesus said, "What good will it be for a man if he gains the whole world yet forfeits his soul? Or what can a man give in exchange for his soul?" Gaining the whole world, that's materialism. And it's not just material things. There's possessions, there's also power, there's also pleasure. And Satan tempts us with possessions and power and pleasures. But by the way, and part of, when we were talking about rewards the other night, part of what we didn't get into, but it is in the PowerPoint if you get it, is power, pleasure, and possessions. Isn't it interesting that Satan tempted Jesus in relationship to power with throw yourself, off the pinnacle of the temple and command your angels to, show your power to keep you from dying. Pleasure, the pleasure of eating, turn the stone into bread. Power, pleasure, possessions. Possessions, I will give you all the kingdoms of this world and all the things that are there. So Satan tempts us with power, pleasure, and possessions. But what does God offer us as rewards? In your presence is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore. Lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Possessions in heaven. Possessions you will treasure. You've been faithful in little, I will put you over much. You will rule over 5 cities. You will rule over 10 cities. Power. Power, pleasure, possessions. So some people, they've heard me say this, say, but no, whoa, you mean, you saying God is appealing to the same things that Satan appeals to? Those desires? Isn't that like tempting us? No, we've got it exactly backwards. Because God has wired us to want power, pleasure, and possessions, which He freely offers us in His kingdom. Of course, that's why Satan appeals to those things, because it works. God's wired us a certain way, and so He appeals to those things, our desire for those things, which God fulfills in the right way, and Satan tempts us in the wrong way. So it gets back to the happiness thing. Well, why is Satan always tempting us with offers of happiness? Because God has wired us to want happiness, but has said we can only find it in Him.